So the Catholic intellectual tradition is this big, broad tradition. It's everything from theology to history to philosophy to science, to social science, and dialogue with other religions. We offer big picture visions of the direction of society, where we want to go as a society. I think that helps folks see a different future.
The Institute for Advanced Catholic Studies was started back in the late 90s as a way of bringing Catholic thought to a secular university campus. The Institute is located here at the University of Southern California, but its aspirations are global.
I am working on a project funded by the NEH that involves the personal library of Pope Julius II. And in the course of doing this work, I contacted the Institute of Advanced Catholic Studies. They are helping me make connections, and that has been a benefit in my research from their long-standing relationships to Catholics across the globe.
Looking at religion, looking at Catholicism through different lenses is incredibly important. We all have these contributions to make, not just to academic discourse on religion, but also discourse in the public square. If an entire group doesn't have access to that, then the entire group doesn't have access to leadership. I am trained as a sociologist of religion. My work is on systemic racism in the Catholic Church and how it impacts African American Catholic identity.
There's been 2 programs in the last 20 years or so that have developed that we are really proud of. The first is Generations in Dialogue. We pair early career scholars with senior scholar mentors. The second program is our Fellows program, the Hancock Fellowship and the DePaul Fellowship.
We have a terrific scholar at the Catholic University of America named Dr. Brandon Vaidyanathan, who's thinking about the role of beauty in the workplace.
So he's a sociologist, but he's also a person of faith. So his faith informs him, the idea of beauty informs him, the idea of people at work. So he's bringing all of that together in a new, fresh way.
In recent years, we've had this wonderful collaboration about Our Lady of Guadalupe, the central image for many, many Catholics.
I am marrying both my interest in Guadalupe and the Bible by simply asking the question, how does Guadalupe teach us to read the Bible differently? And I think centers that bring together different perspectives in the academic setting to have an open discussion about this and to not be afraid to tackle these theological and religious questions, I think is very important.
There's also street artists, Fabian Deborah being a great example, who are depicting Our Lady of Guadalupe literally on the street.
Being in this field of the arts and trying to convey to the world what it is we do and where we come from. And I think for many decades, we've all been striving to have our voices heard. And so for me, when we think about murals, they're like windows. And those windows and portals should always be reflective of the community. So that's why I'm in alignment with the Institute, because of these platforms that they create for folks like myself and those who are to come.
Guadalupe Holy Art in the Streets is the bridge to the public. We are bringing Fabian into conversation with a university professor, Lisa Pon, and they'll come together in dialogue.
The coin of the realm here is ideas, and the amazing thing about ideas is you generate them in one place, but they're totally portable to apply other places. That gives us the kind of reach to touch realities around the United States, Latin America, and Africa, and Europe, and Asia. The power of ideas really matters. It's why research is so important.
So one of our programs is called the True Wealth of Nations. In that program, we've got scholars from Great Britain and Africa.
We have these huge booming economies and yet profound social problems. How do we face those problems in ways that are true to who we are as a people? The True Wealth of Nations does that out of the Catholic intellectual tradition, in a belief that Catholic thinking about the common good, about the nature of society and the human person, we think that can be the basis of an economy that can really allow everybody to thrive. We've also got a project on the Latino future of the American Catholic Church and the role of Latino scholars in helping the Catholic Church think about its diverse and thriving future. And then lastly, and really exciting, is a new project that we're doing in collaboration with the Vatican and with Harvard University on artificial intelligence and the way it's reshaping human society, and what the Catholic intellectual tradition might offer to legislators thinking about how to regulate artificial intelligence.
We believe that places like the Institute are hugely important in the context of the university because we provide a place where people can feel free to ask questions, to not compartmentalize their faith from their academic discipline.
So when you think about the Institute for Advanced Catholic Studies at USC, we're the place where the Catholic tradition and broader ideas beyond Catholicism are brought to life. The Catholic tradition is this living thing that can matter in the world today. We want to be part of that conversation.